In this video, we are going to look at 3 examples, and essentially what we're doing is we are going to look at the scatter plot from the data provided and determine what mathematical model can be, or it was graphed by the data. Okay, and so we're going to look at scatter plots. So as a refresher, a scatter plot is a graph where you graph the individual coordinate points, but you do not connect them. In other words, we're going to graph the points, but we're not going to draw any lines through them. And what we want to do is we want to look at the graph of information that we have, and we want to see if we can determine the type of function that we have modeled here. So first and foremost, we have this quadratic, and so let me see, I'm going to grab a marker. Alright, so here the first thing we have is we have the point 0, 0. So we can go ahead and graph that right there, 0, 0. And we then have the rest of our points. And so here we have 1, negative 3. So 1, 1, 2, 3 right here. And then we have negative 1, negative 3, so right here. And then we have 2, negative 12, and 2, negative 12, and so that one's going to be off our graph. And so if you actually take a look, you can see that this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You would kind of be down around here. But if you look at this, one of the things that you could start to see is that this graph has a quadratic form. Even though these 2 points are graphed off the page, if you look at it, the positive and negative of the x values have the same y values. That is your first and biggest clue that what you're dealing with is a quadratic graph. Okay. Now if we look at the second one here, again we would graph them. So we have the point 1, 0, so that's right here. We then have 2, 1, so 2, 1 is right here. We've got 1/2 negative 1, so 1/2 negative 1 would be right here. We've got the point 4, 2, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, that's this. And then we have 1/4 negative 2, so that would be more like this. And so if you look at this function, what you want to notice about it is that it's got a curve function to it. It's approaching my y-axis, and it crosses the x. Because of that, this is it's a log graph. Okay, so again, your clues here were that first it crosses the x-axis, and second it is going to approach the y-axis. Okay, so those are the 2 major clues that you have that this is a logarithmic graph. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at the last one. So here I have the point 0, 1, so that's right here. I've got 1 1/3, so that's roughly here. I have negative 1 and 3, so 1, 2, 3, it's here. I've got 2 1/9, which is getting even closer to my axis, and then negative 2, 9, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so we're looking roughly there. And so again, here, if you kind of take a look at this, so notice here we are approaching this x-axis and we're crossing the y. So my clues that I have here, the big ones, are that we're going to approach the x-axis and we are going to cross the y-axis. And so because of that, essentially what it means is that this graph here is exponential. So that is everything that you need in a nutshell, to be able to graph a scatter plot based on points given and use its clues to determine the model graph that you have. So if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you next time.